welcome to Ultimate League, Season 3, Week 6. International games may have been cancelled, but the weather couldn't stop what turned out to be another amazing evening of Ultimate League. The first game of this week that everyone had been looking forward to was Dream Team vs FC Baroni. This was the must-see fixture of the week. Dream Team have been outstanding this season, but for the first time were totally outplayed last week. They showed some uncertainty which is not normally evident in their play. FC Baroni on the other hand went into this game undefeated and were full of confidence. This was a close tight game with both sides demonstrating their quality. The opening stages saw both teams show respect to one another as neither wanted to make a mistake. Dream Team took the lead midway through the first half after Tango's long ball was controlled by Bobby before he produced a slide rule pass for Moeen to finish emphatically. FC Baroni did create chances of their own and went close themselves. Jiggs did well when called upon and kept his team's lead intact. The goals seemed to spur on Dream Team and Baroni's keeper was called upon to make a couple more saves to keep the score at 1-0. We managed to catch a few words with Malik during the game.
We've not been on the races today at all. To be honest with you, the weather and the conditions don't help. We've still got 10 more minutes, so fingers crossed we can pull something out of the bag.
Dream Team was solid defensively and nearly scored on the counter-attack through Yasser, who saw his chip hit the bar.
Baroni are a good team, we knew that from the beginning. So
it's very tough, a lot of shots. The keeper kept us in the game, but we're in control. It was a very good game.
Well played, Baroni.
Yeah, Baroni,
well
good
played,
team.
Baroni. Top team. See the top six.
A lot of possession, a lot of the ball. Like I said before, the weather played a big part. Really windy, very difficult to, for our style of play. We like to pass the ball around there.
You're going to bounce back next week?
Oh no, definitely. Bayern never losing. You're about to lose.
Moving on to Game 2, Manchester's finest versus Bayern never losing. Bayern never losing have had an impressive start to the season. This is partly not only due to their solid defence, boasting the best defensive record so far this season, but also frontman Sam, who has a knack of scoring goals at crucial times for his team. Manchester's finest, on the other hand, went into this game undefeated, but by no means have been at their best this season. The game was as expected, with both teams playing well. It was very even in the first half, with both sides creating chances. Never Losing did threaten through frontman Sam and his brother Adam, but unfortunately an injury to Sam saw their threat diminish.
From Jurassic, let's take it back to the concrete streets. Original beats for real life.
Finest opened the scoring through Mo Jammer, who had been recalled in Aki's absence. Never Losing were marshalled well at the back by Barra, but he was powerless to stop Mo Jammer's second goal late in this game. The ball by Faz was exquisite, but Mo's volley was even better. Unfortunately for Mo, we didn't manage to catch the goal this week, so he'll have to score another next week. There was no way back for Bayern never losing, and the final result was 2-0 to Manchester's finest. Finest's fine run continues as they keep up the pressure on the Green Team. Never Losing will look to bounce back after the Easter break, but another tough challenge awaits when they play FC Baroni.
You know what, it was all down to the team, hard work, and Faz is great through balls.
No, we didn't get on camera, but we'd like to say, well done to Bayern never losing.
They were a great
good
team.
fight. Yeah, much like a good team.
I think we play well, it's how the cookie crumbles, as they say, so better luck next time and we shall win again.
You have few tough games coming. Are you ready for them? Do you have any plans?
We are always ready. We were born ready.
Game 3, FC Iraq versus Underdogs. Underdogs were flying after their comprehensive victory over Dream Team last week. They were hoping to maintain their momentum against the inconsistent but dangerous FC Iraq. FC Iraq's new acquisition Ayman has taken a bit of time to settle, but with Jaffer they both pose a real threat up front. These were two evenly matched teams with both sides trying to play their normal passing game when possible. However, the weather really affected the flow of the game. FC Iraq dominated the possession early on and the scoring was opened by Ayman in the first half. His sweetly struck free kick found the back of the net. The second half saw Iraq add to their lead after Musk controlled Ayman's shot and slotted home.
Now I'ma say this one time, boy, and that's my word.
We rock a shot to knock fire through the Hindenburg. The contribution is clear.
FC Iraq then appeared to allow some complacency into their game, and Underdogs took full advantage of this. In the last 15 minutes they began to dominate the game and were given a lifeline after Jackson headed in at the back post. after some great work down the right wing by Captain Sahel. Underdogs penned FC Iraq but couldn't find the equaliser. This result allows Iraq to climb up the table and enter the gold tier.
I think it was a great result for us. Underdogs were coming off the back of a fantastic win last week against the Dream Team, and they were on a high, but we managed to contain them and scored some nice goals.
Game 4, TSCI versus Heaton and Salford. TSCI look to build on their excellent performance last week. They have been very inconsistent this year and do miss frontman Andy Hallows. They are yet to put a run of positive results together, but were favourites in this one. Heaton and Salford have shown that they are a good team. Unfortunately for them, creative midfielder Jamie missed this one through suspension. TSCI opened up the scoring through Saeed after turning in Yusuf's free kick. This was the perfect start for TSCI and they hope to build on from here. They had a couple more excellent chances but were unable to convert them. And an unnecessary corner saw an excellent looping header find the back of the net. A mistake at the back saw Heaton and Salford take the lead. TSCI missed several great opportunities before H&S capitalised on another 2 defensive errors to take a commanding 4-1 lead.
And all the way I kicked a hole through the wall of China just to get the right blend. Cause I'm schizophrenic of the pen. Wait a minute, I fell into the deep end. You shouldn't have told me the pyramids can hold me. So now the contest is what you owe me. Pull out your beats, pull out your cuts. Give us a mic, what up? And we gon' tear it up. I'm on some old and forgotten. Sun up to sun down like picking cotton. The nutty professor, science drunk.
Eggy tapped in from close range from another free kick before Yusuf rounded off the scoring from the penalty spot with the last kick of the game. H&S coped better with the conditions and deservedly picked up their first 3 points of the campaign. They are a very good team and will pose a threat going forward into the remaining fixtures. TSCI face Dream Team next week and will need to produce a much improved performance to pick up anything from that game. Next up, MFC versus Barcelona. Back-to-back defeats have really hit Barcelona hard. In their last game, their lack of confidence was evident as they were comprehensively beaten. MFC were looking for successive victories after a good win over local rivals H&S last week. Barcelona had to win this game and started brightly, keeping the ball and playing some nice football. They opened the scoring through Tom after an assist from Rob. This really should have given the team confidence, but they were pegged back straight away after a defensive mistake saw Aussie equal.
I get goosebumps when the baseline thumps. A sucker MC for style, he had mine for lunch. Mark 7, get you open like.
Barcelona tried in vain to regain the lead, and in truth, MFC had the better of the second half. Adji missed a sitter before scoring a great goal to put MFC in the lead, and Aussie then sealed all 3 points. With this result, MFC leapfrogged Barcelona as they continued to climb the table. Barcelona looked dejected and out of ideas. The Easter break may do them good, however they have another tough challenge against JJGK, who themselves have not had the best of starts.
Just to let you know, last week's goal,
Topo.
one of the goals of the season.
Hashtag Topo.
I'd just like to give all the teams a message out there. Yeah? Obviously, it's time in the league now, and inshallah we're probably going to win the league. So please lower your expectations.
We're going to start losing our jinxes against
And the final game of the evening, Unity versus JJGK. JJGK look nowhere near the force they were last season. Injuries and transfers having played a major part in this. They have the worst defensive record, having only scored 2 goals in their last 5 games. They were touted as potential challengers to the title, but their poor early form makes this very unlikely now. However, Unity also seem to be struggling at the bottom of the table. In this game, JJGK dominated throughout, creating the better chances. Tashi helped add some steel to the team, and Captain Akil had one of his better games this season. Sakib scored the only goal of the game when JJGK had only 7 men on the pitch after an injury to Fergie. Unity, in truth, rarely troubled JJGK's defence and looked very unlikely to get back into this game. After this victory, JJGK can now take some confidence going into their next crucial game against Barcelona.
I'd probably say we need a striker to give us some goals, and we're looking around to see the right player, and we're waiting for the transfer window to open.
Rumour is at the moment Yusuf wants you for TSCI. What do you have to say to that?
I can't really comment on that because I'm captain of JJGK, and it's a bit of a conflict of interest, isn't it? So at the end of the season, we'll see how it goes. I'm committed to JJGK at the moment. I'm going to finish the season.
Finesse, cause it's the 100-watt bloodshot game of death. Cause we're protected by the covenants of words.
Moving on to Division 2, we start with the Super 8s versus Noor Stars. The Super 8s have been tremendous this season and lead the table, remaining undefeated so far. Noor Stars themselves are a very good team, but were lucky last week getting a 2-2 draw versus Sarki's 8. The weather affected both teams in this game also, as they both play their football on the deck. Noor Stars took the lead in the first half of this even contest, and Super 8s didn't look like their normal selves. They had a few players missing and had to draft in a couple of reserves, one being Yasser, who usually plays for Green Team, and at the back Usman, who's a regular for TSCI. The game was end to end and Super 8s equalised late on, ensuring that their undefeated record continues. In the end, the draw was a fair result, but let's see what the captains had to say.
Guys, top of the league and the fourth. Great game, very tight, 1-1. Can you tell us more what you think of the game?
It was good. We played as a team. It was a good point for us in the end. Yeah, they played well. Their team, great passing to be honest, great goal. But I think Seth's got a screamer, got us back in it. It was a fight till the end, to be honest.
Next game, Sarki's 8 versus Gladiators FC. The Gladiators have had an impressive run in the league so far, losing narrowly last week to Super 8s. Sarki's 8, on the other hand, have struggled so far this season, losing crucial goals due to turning up late. They hope to rectify this in this game and produced a stunning display, upsetting the Gladiators and winning this one 4-1. The Gladiators didn't seem to have turned up this week, but credit to Sarki's 8, who played some excellent football. In the end, they deservedly won 4-1, and they will look to build on this result and climb up the table. They will play Super 8s next week, another tough encounter for them. Gladiators need to pick up their form fast after back-to-back defeats.
I get goosebumps when the baseline thumps. A sucker MC for style, he had mine for lunch. Mark 7, get you open like an attaché. Briefcase in this case, defeat there is no way.
With tool spinners, cooking a full dinner, killing the firstborn of lyrical Yule blenders. Winners at the academy, rattling your anatomy. Gotta be J5, so kill all your fake flattery.
That'll be the day when labels pay our way. Tune to what you say when MCs come to play.
Confident, cause we take it back like Spinal Tap, preparing your intellect before your final nap. So let's take it back to the concrete streets. Original beats with real live MCs. Playground tactics, no rabbit in a hat tricks. Just that classic rap from Jurassic. Let's take it back to the concrete streets. Original beats with real live MCs. Playground tactics, no rabbit in a hat trick.
Apologies to the next 4 teams, but due to the adverse weather conditions, we were unable to get the full coverage for the games. We can, however, bring you these crucial moments and goals. The next game, Jubba versus Mab United. These two teams played out a 2-2 draw, with both sides having plenty of chances. This could be seen as a positive result for both teams, as they both will now push for promotion.
Now I'ma say this one time, boy, and that's my word.
We rock the shot to knock fire through the Hindenburg.
The contribution is clear.
You add water to bone
And get the Jurassic vibe on the microphone. Now if you like
the final game from this week was MIC versus ulti8. MIC have been one of the more impressive teams in Division 2 and will look to put the pressure on the top 2 teams and push for promotion. ulti8, on the other hand, have yet to record a win and are finding life difficult in Division 2. They did, however, produce a much improved performance this week and can take many positives from a 1-0 defeat against MIC. This game finished 1-0 and MIC will now continue to push for their promotion challenge. Here's the table for Division 1 after this week's results.
Often wonder if these MCs even know how it feels to dedicate their whole life to this mic, but still it's not.
And here's the table for Division 2 after this week's results.
Tight rappers out here ain't got no dig.
We appeal to the brothers with flow finesse.
And here's the ultimate moment of the week.
Yeah! Come on! Come on!
And one last question as always, who is Ultimo? And just a reminder, no games next Friday due to Easter weekend, but here's the fixtures for the week after.
From Jurassic, let's take it back to the concrete streets.